Here with my morning tea, trying vanilla this time. I'm sure many of you felt this feeling where you feel like there's a moment that just holds you back somehow. It just keeps getting recalled into your memory, and you end up thinking about it over and over and over. But in reality, I'm just going to tell you how it is. Nobody actually cares. Most people are too focused on themselves to be even caring about your mistake or your mess up or whatever the overthought is. It's just not true. That memory that is replaying over and over in your head, they forgot about it in the 5 minutes of time that it occurred. Whether it's an embarrassing moment, whether it's a mistake, no matter what the circumstance is, people forget, people forgive. Nobody actually cares. I'm guilty of the same thing. I tend to think that whenever I'm recording outside or I take pictures, people are looking at me, people are judging. But in that case, I can't think, if you can try to think personally of a memory you recall recently, or even years ago, of someone trying to record and you can remember their exact face, not even their names or the details of what they're wearing that day, you can't recall that memory because it's simply forgotten. We focus on ourselves too much to be distracted by others. The reality of it is that you're not the main character in other people's lives. Everyone else thinks that they're the main character, and that's okay because we're human beings and we tend to prioritize ourselves because it's our life, right? That's how it works. Embarrassment fades faster than you think. In a moment such as me, like right now, I tend to think whenever I record and I'm talking to myself, I tend to get a little bit of that anxiety, that same anxiety that I had when I went to Niagara Falls and was taking pictures and was taking videos. I tend to overlook so many ideas that, oh, these people are looking at me, they're judging me. But in reality, now that I'm back at home, all that worry is gone. All those people that were looking at me while I was recording, not a single person knows who I am. Not a single person remember what I'm wearing, what I was talking about. Not a single person will recall that memory because they were thinking about themselves that day. They were thinking about their walk to Niagara Falls. They were thinking about the falls that day. They were thinking about the dinner that they had that night. Everyone has their own insecurities. Everyone has their own priorities. And it's not targeted towards you at all. And that's the truth. The fear of judgment often holds us back from our energy that we could have used towards a productive nature. Instead of using our energy towards something that would have further benefited us in that moment, we just spent that energy in thinking, worrying and being embarrassed in that moment when it's not. We know deep down that it's not true. Those people forgot about us 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. And if they didn't forget it, they will forget it in a day, a week, a month. And it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter because it doesn't affect our lives. How does it affect our lives that they remember that that I was recording in Niagara Falls? How does it affect me? How does it affect their life? It doesn't matter. It truly just doesn't matter. Most people that go about their day are just trying to survive their own day. They're just trying to enjoy their own day. They're just trying to do their own things. That energy is not being spent on you. It's spent on their own mindset, on their own things and their own tasks. They don't have the energy to pay attention to what you're doing in that day. It doesn't make sense that they would remember your looks, or it just doesn't make sense. The reality of it is that we're scared of being judged. Yes, it's true. We're scared of how our hair looks that day. We're scared of what we wear. Does it look good? Does it match? Is the colors perfectly aligned with my outfit? Why is my bags of my eyes too baggy? Like, we spend too much energy on ourselves that they're thinking the same too. Their sense of focus is on themselves as well. They don't have that energy to be spending it on you. That pressure that you're feeling, that anxiety, that embarrassment that you're feeling in the moment is in your head and not in the room, not in the outside where you are. It's not living in there. It's just in that mental state in the moment. It doesn't exist, and it's just not true. And if it was true that they are thinking about that moment, it'll be erased from their minds minutes later. Now, I don't want you to get it wrong that I think that your decisions or your actions don't matter. That's not true. But it means that you're able to make mistakes. You're able to do your own things and not feel that your people's judgment should stop you in your own actions. You shouldn't focus on others' outlook on you because you're living a life that is not yours. You're living a life of people's outlook on you when you should be just doing it for yourself. You should just be and that was the whole purpose of what you were doing in the first place. For example, if you went to a park and you were recording the ocean because you thought it was beautiful, you are recording the ocean because you thought it was beautiful. Not that they thought it was beautiful, not that they thought your outfit looked nice, not that they thought you were perfect for this scene or that you are this aspiring influencer. It's because you thought the ocean was beautiful and you just wanted to record it and save it as a memory. That should be the only priority and the only memory that you took out of that day. The people that truly notice your mistakes or truly care about you and noticing you is the same people that care about you personally, not about your little mistakes, not about your awkward moments, not about those embarrassing moments. They care about your character, the person that you really are, not those little actions that make mistakes. They care about you personally. When you think about every day that you go outside, every single day you basically go through a round of 20 different people at a time in different crowds and different areas that you visit. You can't remember every single person's face. You can't remember what they were wearing, what person, this single person that made a mistake. You can't remember all these details. There's days and days and days that you go by that you get another random generation of people that you don't know about. How would a person remember everyone's little details about maybe their face had a little bit more pimples that day, maybe that person had dropped their coffee and spilled it all over the floor? They'll tell about their families, yes, maybe they'll talk about it in a little moment, but even that moment will be forgotten in a week's time. That shouldn't affect you in your progress. That shouldn't affect your mental state, and that shouldn't bother you, because it's showing that we're humans. It's showing that we're not a robot and perfection, and we show perfection every single day. We're human, and it's beautiful to demonstrate that and in times of the day where you see people make mistakes sometimes. And it's healthy to make mistakes. It's a healthy sign that others are making mistakes, and it should actually give you the benefit and give you the inspiration to also make mistakes in your life, and that it shows you that it's okay to be imperfect, because we are imperfect naturally. Your job as a human isn't to impress everyone around you. It's just to exist, and it's just to exist as your life. Exist as you, not anyone else, not the people around you, not your family, not your friends, not your teachers, not your boss. It doesn't matter who you're surrounded by. You need to exist for yourself. Once you stop performing for others like it's some show that you're putting on, you'll realize that you'll start performing for yourself, and that's the natural, healthy way, and that's a positive, more productive way of living your life. It's okay to crave validation. It's okay to crave attention sometimes, but in reality, we just need that self-affirmation and that self-confidence. At the end of the day, that improves our ability to just be with ourselves and live the life that we're living currently. This is the most I've drank the tea in a video, to be honest. I really got into this conversation, and I hope you took something out of this, and I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, just remember that nobody should affect you. You should live your life, and remember, it's your life, okay? You can choose whatever you want to do. You can choose whatever career, whatever you want to do. It is your life. Just remember that. Thank you so much for watching.